The Golden Boy Award, the title that crowns the best under-21 talent in world football every season. What are the likes of Alexandre Pato, Lionel Messi, Wayne Rooney, Rafael van der Vaart, and Cesc Fabregas all have in common? They've taken home this prestigious award. With recent winners like Joao Felix of 2019, De Ligt the first defender in 2018, and Mbappe, it's a title that dates all the way back to 2003. And the nominees just dropped for the 2020 Golden Boy Award. What I've decided to do today is completely randomize them, throw them into the Premier League, draft them. There are 20 nominees, so one for each club. It literally fits perfectly. Each of the 20 talents is going to find a brand new home. Some were already in the Premier League, so we just have to randomize that up and see what clubs they got given. We're going to be simulated a couple of seasons to see how the Golden Boys perform in the Premier League. Can they cut it out and make it at the top level? I'll take you through a look at the team sheets and we'll see exactly where each of the 20 Golden Boy nominees have ended up.
Listen, I need you all to subscribe to BCHD and help him reach 100,000 before 2021. Word is on the street, he is the best FIFA creator of all time. That's the word on the street. The B said so.
For starters, we've just randomized this all. There has been no picking or vetting process whatsoever. The Wonder Kids have been assigned random teams. I'm going to start off with Arsenal. They've pulled Man City's Phil Foden in the midfield. It's not going to fix their glaring defensive problems, but still, it is a golden generational talent. Let me know down in the comments below who your club pulled and did they take a W on this, because I think Aston Villa are probably one of the biggest winners here as they take a Rodrigo, the Brazilian right winger from Real Madrid. He's going to slot perfectly in that front three in what is going to be a lethal Aston Villa attack. The Seagulls of Brighton have taken home Alphonso Davies. Yes, brand new Canadian on the South Coast. He's going to revolutionize that five at the back and is going to be crossing balls in, running up and down the flanks for days. Burnley, now they've been assigned Ferran Torres, the brand new summer signing from Manchester City. Yes, another Man City player. They've been sacrificing a lot, but the Claret and Blues are going to have that perfect starting right midfielder. Taking a look at Chelsea now, the Blues have taken home Ryan Gravenberch. Yes, they have been very busy in the summer transfer window, and this is probably one of the biggest L's of this draft because, yeah, it doesn't really improve their team all too much. The Dutchman can evolve into an absolute beast, but for the time being, for the short term, Gravenberch can't really impact the starting 11 all too much. And over here at Crystal Palace, it's a Chelsea boy moving over to South London. Hudson-Odoi, yet again another right winger. He's going to be starting out for the Eagles, and he's just a brilliant addition to Roy Hodgson's team. Moving over to the Premier League surprise package, we now have Everton, who have pulled Serginho Dest. Recently transferred to Barca, the American is going to be slotting in that right back spot. The perfect heir to the throne of an aging Coleman. Now over at Craven Cottage, Fulham, the relegation candidates, they need all the help they can get as they have drafted Dominic Szoboszlai, the Hungarian playmaker. He's going to be pulling the strings in that Fulham midfield, and I'm excited to see what he can achieve in the Premier League. Here at Leeds United, they have picked up a crucial pawn in their midfield. It is going to be Sandro Tonali. Some say he's the next Andrea Pirlo. How satisfying, as he's going to slot straight into that Marcelo Bielsa formation. I'm sure he's going to fit the system perfectly and he's going to thrive over at Ellen Road. Here at Leicester City, they have taken the pick of the bunch, Jadon Sancho. No, he's not going to Manchester United. He has found a new home here at the King Power Stadium, linking up with his fellow countrymen like James Maddison, Vardy, Barnes. Unfortunately for Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp deems Fabio Silva unable to fit into his starting 11 as he's recently transferred to Wolves in real life. He's got a gargantuan future ahead of him. Liverpool taking the L because there's not too much you can improve with that team with players that are nominated for the Golden Boy. Here we go. It is the big man himself, Erling Braut Haaland, the Norwegian, tearing it up as of late. He's found a new home here at Manchester City, a favourite for the Golden Boy Award. Let me know down below, what are your predictions? Who is going to take home the Golden Boy 2020? I think he's up there as we move over to another Scandinavian. It is Dejan Kulusevski. Now a brand new start here at Old Trafford for Manchester United. Can he perform under pressure? Ansu Fati is going to head up north as he joins the Magpies in a pretty mediocre starting 11. So he's going to look to become the star alongside Alan Saint-Maximin. That's going to be an exciting partnership. Here at Sheffield United, they've probably had one of the most, lackluster picks of the bunch. Bakar from PSG, the Dutchman, yeah, I really didn't know how he made the Golden Boy nominee list, but he's here. Here at Southampton, they're famous for producing exciting young talents, and their draft pick is an exact example of that. Mason Greenwood from United to the Saints. Can he do it here at St. Mary's? Spurs have a brand new member of their midfield, Eduardo Camavinga. He has an outside shout of winning the award as well. West Bromwich Albion, a team that needs all the help in the world. The relegation favourites pull Bukayo Saka from Arsenal, pinching off a fellow Premier League club. He's going to do the job for the baggies on the left-hand side. Can either play at left mid, left back. He's very versatile. West Ham are gifted the Canadian super talent, the striker Jonathan David. I'm sure he's going to be firing in goals for West Ham. And last but not least, Wolverhampton Wanderers. This time it's the Brazilian star from Real Madrid, Vinicius Jr., drafted in here at the Midlands, and that is the exact team we're controlling today in the career mode. That is how your Golden Boy drafted Premier League players are going to be affecting every single starting 11 in the league. How long are they going to stay at these clubs? Are they just going to get snapped up by some big European giants? We're going to be checking in on their stats, seeing how they grow and develop. It's just going to be one giant Golden Boy nominee collab growth test. I'm sure you guys alongside myself are so keen to find out what goes down and what kind of madness career mode has to serve up for us today. Now with that all out the way, let's delve into the rest of the video. Here we are taking a look at the first Premier League table with all the Golden Boys drafted in. We take a look at the title winners, and it's Liverpool with Fabio Silva taking home the title, winning the league with 87 points. United and City were right behind them. It was a 3-horse title race for the last day of the season. Spurs finish off the top 4. Chelsea, Arsenal, and our boys Wolves taking home some European football. Jadon Sancho at Leicester City could only muster up an 8th place finish, and Ansu Fati has dragged Newcastle up into 9th. Ferran Torres sees Burnley in 10th, Leeds, Sheffield, Fulham surviving relegation, and it's Mason Greenwood with Southampton going down to the Championship alongside Crystal Palace and West Brom. Liverpool captured the FA Cup in Season 1 against a fairy tale Birmingham City squad who made it all the way to the final. You know what? They've actually gone out and done the domestic treble, beating out the likes of Jadon Sancho's Leicester in a 2-1 victory. Alright then, Jurgen Klopp, calm down. We get it. You don't need any Golden Boy Wonder Kids to win every single trophy possible. They beat Barca 2-0 in the Champions League final. We have some unexpected English winners in the Europa League, with Man City defeating Hoffenheim 2-0 in the final. Alright, I want to check up on my full in-detailed stats for Vinicius Jr., and he was actually the best player here at the club. 43 appearances for Wolves, 15 goals and 3 assists with 18 goal contributions. The 20-year-old Brazilian taking the Premier League by storm. His ceiling is so much higher. He's got the orange boots and the orange socks to match. He just knows what's required here at Wolverhampton, and I'm sure he's going to be a hit. Phil Foden at Arsenal is going to take a long time to transition into that midfield, and he is now an 81 overall. He managed 10 appearances with 1 goal. There we have it, another Brazilian tearing it up. It was Rodrigo, one of Aston Villa's best players, with 8 goals and 28 appearances, 82 rated. Now the best player at the club, he's going to be a revolution over at Villa Park. Brighton saw Alphonso Davies at left back with 1 goal and 1 assist in 24 appearances. I know it's his first season here in the Premier League, but I was expecting a bit better. The Burnley new boy Torres with 34 appearances, 3 goals and 3 assists. How did I know Chelsea were going to loan out Craven Birch? We've baited him into that. He's just going to go in that Chelsea loan system merry-go-rounds. He's never going to see the light of day in the starting 11. Callum Hudson-Odoi with an abysmal start to life for Crystal Palace. He managed 38 appearances, but only could score a goal and an assist. Taking home that starting 11 spot for Serginho Dest at right back isn't going to be a guarantee, as he only got 9 appearances. Fulham saw Dominic Szoboszlai with 18 appearances, 2 goals and 2 assists. That's a decent start. Sandro Tonali from deep, the CDM, the Italian stallion, with 4 goals and 3 assists in 28 appearances for Leeds. Jadon Sancho with 30 appearances, 3 goals and 2 assists, 5 goal contributions. Yeah, you'd expect way more from a 90 rated world-class player. And as we predicted, Fabio Silva just completely shut out of the Liverpool starting 11. It's going to be a tough life for him in the next few seasons. Erling Braut Haaland, 12 appearances and 1 goal. Definitely not the favourite yet for Man City and Pep Guardiola. He should be definitely taking over the likes of Aguero and Gabriel Jesus next time round. Dejan Kulusevski, alright, I didn't see him getting 37 appearances to start, but the Swede has impressed over in Manchester with 9 goals and 2 assists, 11 goal contributions. Ansu Fati being slowly implemented into the Newcastle team with 14 appearances, found the back of the net twice and provided 2 assists. Mitchell Bakker, probably one of the most underwhelming Golden Boys at only a 71 overall. Nothing much to report on as he only had 1 appearance. Relegated Southampton only played Mason Greenwood 8 times. He didn't do himself any favours as he didn't manage any goal contributions. Karma for the Saints as Tottenham sees Camavinga not really having much of an impact in the starting 11. He was on the sidelines most of the time for Jose Mourinho with 3 appearances. Over at West Brom, it was Bukayo Saka getting relegated. 23 appearances and 1 goal for the left midfielder. West Ham saw Jonathan David, the Canadian hitman, with one of the most influential seasons for any of the Golden Boys. 9 goals and 3 assists. For a pretty mediocre Hammers side, he has really pulled the strings. Could be forming a little cheeky strike duo with Sebastian Haller. That's been season 1 with the Golden Boys. You can take a look to see their overalls, their stats, how they've grown and developed throughout the first campaign. The thing is, in the first season, they still grow very nicely, but they don't really have the performances to back it up. In season 2, dynamic transfer potential is going to kick in. Let's see how some of them perform in the Premier League and maybe even some in the Championship. Can they lift their game? Here are how the Premier League rankings are looking in the Golden Boys' second season, and this time Manchester City take back the throne with a 1-point lead at the top. They win the Premier League title with Erling Braut Haaland. Liverpool in second, United and Leicester finish off the top four. Wolves picking up that 6th-place finish. Chelsea and Arsenal down in 7th and 8th. Spurs finish up in 5th, and it's a Ferran Torres led Burnley all the way up in 9th. Towards the opposite end of the table, we have Fulham, Nottingham Forest and Brentford all getting relegated, so Szoboszlai is headed down to the Championship. Watford survived without any Golden Boys. They came up last season. Sheffield United survive, Aston Villa again, and Leeds, of course, just straying away from the relegation zone. Everton finished smack bang in the middle in 10th. Yet the Golden Boys managed to prevail, and you bet they did, with Hudson-Odoi at Crystal Palace and Southampton getting that automatic promotion spot. West Brom have to fight it out in the playoffs, so hopefully Saka can pull through. Alright then, our boys Wolves took down West Ham 1-0 in the FA Cup final to take it home at Wembley. Meanwhile, Liverpool back at it again in the Carabao Cup, taking down United 2-1. UEFA Super Cup saw Liverpool take on Man City, and you already know who the winners are. 4-0 win for the Reds. Got Liverpool back up their Champions League victory, and no, they couldn't defend their European crown, with Europa League winners of Season 1, Man City, and Erling Braut Haaland defeating them 3-2 in the final. Europa League saw an all-English affair again, with Chelsea winning 4-3 on penalties to Manchester United, hallmarks of that Champions League final back in 2008. Top goal scorers in the Premier League, and the Golden Boy, the first one to really make an impact in the charts, is Erling Braut Haaland at Man City with 19 goals in 37 appearances. This Wolves side, to be fair, looks better than 6th spot, but Vinicius Jr. with the season of his life, 66 appearances, 30 goals and 9 assists, a +6 in terms of growth for his overall. The Brazilian has been an absolute revelation. Golden Boy in his own right with 39 goal contributions. He has literally outshone every single player, leaving the Portuguese Wonder Kids in the dust. Have the Wonder Kids performances improved in Season 2? In terms of Phil Foden, he's literally a carbon copy of Season 1. 10 appearances and 1 goal. Rodrigo for Aston Villa continues to be the MVP. 13 goals and an assist in 36 matches. He is carving his name into Aston Villa history. Alphonso Davies at Brighton manages 25 appearances and 2 assists. The Canadian becoming a regular fix on the South Coast. Here at Burnley, it's Stefan El Shaarawy and Ferran Torres only with a goal and an assist in 36 appearances. The Spaniard not really adjusting to the Clareton life. We can just see from the outset that Ryan Gravenberch is going to be a bust. Frank Lampard doesn't really want to use him all too much. After his loan spell, he only could get 2 appearances for the Blues. Serginho Dest still not proving himself to be enough at right back. 15 appearances, no goals and no assists for the American. In a relegated Fulham side, Dominik Szoboszlai didn't pull out his best performances with a goal and 3 assists for the Hungarian. Sandro Tonali at Leeds continues to anchor the ship in the midfield positions, now at an 82 overall. He managed a goal in 33 appearances. Jadon Sancho at Leicester finally starting to pick up a bit of momentum with 8 goals and 3 assists in 33 appearances for the Englishman, now at a 91. Yeah, I don't think Fabio Silva really has a chance to be breaking into this Liverpool starting team. He still has no game time in 2 seasons. He deserves to win the most improved award here as a Norwegian. Erling Braut Haaland at an 88 scores 19 goals and 3 assists in the Premier League. We saw it coming from a mile away, and I'm sure he's going to continue dominating for the citizens. Dejan Kulusevski, I mean, we weren't doubting his quality, but he's surprised here at Old Trafford. The 22-year-old Swede with 36 appearances, 10 goals and 3 assists. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer really finding a purpose for the explosive winger. Ansu Fati, 22 goals and 3 assists. It's improvement from Season 1. Growing up to an 81 overall, he should be seeing much more game time in Season 3. Eduardo Camavinga again, an innocent bystander for Jose Spurs. He didn't even get any game time this season. Jonathan David with a bit of second season syndrome here at West Ham. They're now 83 rated Canadian with 2 goals and 1 assist. Nowhere near backing up his Season 1 numbers as West Ham brought in a bit more competition buying Ben Yedder. They're thinking it's Ultimate Team out here. We also have some major news on the sales front as Sheffield have sold Mitchell Bakker. He's now departed to Monaco. They actually only loaned him, so they've chucked to Chelsea, loaned out their Golden Boy to get a bit more game time. We can't really check the relegated stars like Mason Greenwood and Callum Hudson-Odoi. What we can track though is their growth and development. Mason Greenwood now standing at an 82 overall with a £54.5 million valuation, just like Bukayo Saka, now at an 81. That's Callum Hudson-Odoi at Crystal Palace is going from strength to strength. Let's see how they get on in Season 3. Some of the Golden Boy Wonder Kids thriving, prospering, some of them not getting any game time they deserve. It's been a marauding run so far. Season 3, hit me with your best shot. Let's see how the Golden Boys get on. Breaking transfer news here in Season 3 as Brighton have become the first club to sell their Golden Boy. Alphonso Davies departs and is headed back to the Bundesliga for £70.5 £85.4 million. RB Leipzig pick him up, and the Canadian has found a brand new home. Back to regular programming here. Let's check the Premier League table. 3 years in, and Liverpool reclaimed their throne on top of the table, taking back the title from Manchester City. Arsenal and Spurs, the North London duo, finishing in the top 4. Meanwhile, the likes of Chelsea and Man United miss out. Aston Villa all the way up in 7th. Rodrigo is carrying them like crazy. Wolves, our boys, in 8th, and West Ham and Everton make up the top 10. Meanwhile, Jadon Sancho's Leicester City, disappointing campaign from the Foxes. As we keep scrolling down, Southampton now back in the Prem. They finish in a comfortable 13th place. Leeds, Watford survive, and again, the Premier League boys getting relegated. It is Hudson-Odoi's Crystal Palace, back-up Sheffield, and the newly promoted Norwich going straight back down. We can't see West Brom in the Prem, so they must have bottled the playoffs. Vinicius Jr. is just on a trophy killing spree right now, as Wolves win the Community Shield 5-4 on penalties to City. Phil Foden's Arsenal win the FA Cup against Leicester City 2-0. It's the North London club's specialty. Right here with Wright Gravenberch's Chelsea taking home the Carabao Cup 2-1 in the big dance. The Champions League saw Liverpool take down Barca 3-1 in the final, and I doubt Fabio Silva really had an impact on it all. This time, not too many Golden Boys dominating the top goal scorers list. The top 25 charts are looking very, very bare bones, as Haaland and Rodrigo make it in 18th and 19th place with 11 goals apiece. Sancho and Vinicius Jr. just scrape it in the charts with 10 each. Surely West Brom made it back up this time, and yes, they did. Alongside Szoboszlai's Fulham, they got to be a Premier League club come season 4. It's taken 3 years, but maybe Phil Foden's become a first-team regular for Arsenal with 2 goals and 1 assist in 20 appearances. The now 85 rated English midfielder Ronnie Lopez takes over Rodrigo at Aston Villa to be the main MVP, but he's still providing those consistent performances. The Brazilian, now at an 86 overall with 11 goals and 2 assists for the Villains. He is becoming a fan favourite. Brighton went without Alphonso Davies, and Burnley with Ferran Torres really should be doing so much better. At Turf Moor, he only manages 2 goals and 2 assists in 37 appearances. We probably already know how Gravenberch's season went with little to no game time. 3 appearances is just nothing for the Dutch wonder kid. Now at 21, his career's headed down the drain if he stays. Crystal Palace see Callum Hudson-Odoi with maximum game time but little to no impact, only 3 goals. Can he make more of an impact in season 4, as his claim to fame really hasn't taken place here in South London? Serginho Dest, not really with the appearances he wants, but I guess he's consistent. 15 games last season, 15 games this season, with a goal this time. Sandro Tonali just backing up his campaign, being a vital member of that Leeds starting 11. The Italian slowly ingraining himself to be one of their most important players now at an 84. You can't expect goals and assists to be free-flowing for a CDM, but you can expect more from the likes of Jadon Sancho, now Messi and Ronaldo type levels at a 92. The right midfielder really needs to step up his game with only 10 goals and 3 assists for Leicester. Even the likes of Harvey Barnes is outperforming him. What is going on? Fabio Silva might as well hand in his contract, tear it up whilst you're at it, because his career is going nowhere under Jurgen Klopp. 0 game time this season for 3 years running. Haaland saw 15 goal contributions in 38 appearances, as the Norwegian is now 90 overall. Swede Dejan Kulusevski proven to be a world-class addition here at United, now at an 83, 36 appearances and 4 goals. Now embedded into the fabric over at Old Trafford, Ansu Fati with an injury-riddled campaign, it seems like. 22 appearances, 7 goals and 1 assist, now 84 overall. The Dutch really failing to make an impact in the Prem, as Mitchell Bakker only with 2 appearances after his loan spell away. Mason Greenwood, now we're talking, 8 goals and 3 assists in 30 appearances for the Englishman. I'm sure Southampton are nurturing him well, unlike Spurs here with Eduardo Camavinga. 8 appearances this time around for the Frenchman. He's now up to an 80. And just for that added cherry on top for West Ham, it is more break and transfer news, as Jonathan David sees his way out of the club for £85.4 million. I didn't pick up on this earlier, but the 23-year-old Canadian finds a new home at Bayern Munich. They love their Canadians over there in Bavaria, so I guess he is going to be banging in the goals in the Bundesliga. Now taking a look at our boy Vinicius Jr. at Wolves, 92 overall. He's now at a Jadon Sancho type level, in the mix with Ronaldo and Messi's prime. Still with 22, his ceiling is so much higher. Even though he's gotten better this season, he hasn't performed to the levels of season 3, only with 14 goals and 2 assists. Very season 1 type vibes. Couldn't really make his desired impact and back up his goal scoring form from season 3. Season 4, you've been a blast with players departing, Golden Boys moving. Despite all the hiccups and road bumps we've been through, the Golden Boys continue to grow and develop despite their club situation, despite their game time. Let's see if things get any crazier in season 5. Season 5's landed with some more golden boy business going down. It's been a beautiful 5 years at West Brom for Bukayo Saka, but he's moved on to Chelsea now for nearly £60 million. The 22-year-old now at an 85 overall. He's grown. He's literally launched his career at West Brom. The second transfer we have to report on as well is Dejan Kulusevski. He's gone from United to PSG for £47 million. The Swede now playing his football over at PSG. Couple of departures here and there, but here is how the Premier League table has ended out, and it is Liverpool again, just winning. Didn't really need a golden boy, just taking their title and ran with it. Spurs their closest contenders, and Manchester City putting up a decent title fight. United without Kulusevski in 4th, and our boys Wolves up in 5th. Chelsea with Gravenberch and Saka finish in 6th. Jadon Sancho's Leicester up in 7th, and Aston Villa, Burnley, the Claret clubs have gone and made it through to the top 10. Arsenal and Everton in mid-table obscurity, and it's Ansu Fati's Newcastle up in 12th. Greenwood Southampton nearly getting relegated, and the teams going down are Tonali's Leeds, Saka's ex-West Brom club, and Bristol City. Szoboszlai's Fulham survive, and Brighton without Alphonso Davies continues to be in the Prem. In the FA Cup with 2 golden boys, Chelsea take out Spurs 2-0 at Wembley, as Man City conquer the Carabao Cup with a 3-0 win over Vinicius Junior's Wolves. The UEFA Super Cup saw Liverpool lose out to Juventus 1-0, and in the Champions League, no golden boy Premier League clubs have made it to the final as Bayern win 2-1 over Lazio. Europa League sees AC Milan get the victory over Dejan Kulusevski-less Manchester United. Here is how a 94 rated Brazilian Vinicius Junior has performed here at Wolverhampton Wanderers in all competitions, 52 appearances, 29 goals and 8 assists, a bit more like it from him. Now the gargantuan 94 overall, definitely a Ballon d'Or contender. If not a golden boy winner, he's definitely up there with the best. No doubt he succeeded here in the Midlands. Phil Foden with a topsy-turvy stint here at Arsenal, the golden boy nominee with 6 goals in 26 appearances. Rodrigo again taking a little bit of a backseat to the brand new signings at Villa, but 7 goals and 5 assists in 37 appearances does the Brazilian justice. Ferran Torres with his best season in 5 years, the Spaniard at Burnley with 37 appearances, 6 goals and 8 assists in the Premier League. Gravenberch's career really suffering with 0 to no game time, only 1 appearance for the Dutchman. Bukayo Saka proves to be a little impact sub off the bench with 16 appearances and 1 goal. Serginho Dest at Everton now making a home in Merseyside. The Blues played him 29 times with 1 assist to show for it. Dominik Szoboszlai back to his best, saving Fulham in the Prem as their journey to salvation saw the Hungarian with 10 goal contributions in 85 appearances. Tonali unfortunately relegated with Leeds. It was a fun while it lasted, but 36 appearances for the Italian stallion in midfield, one of Marcelo Bielsa's golden boys. Jadon Sancho, I mean, he started up the numbers in these last few seasons, but it has nowhere been the expectation. For a 93 rated right midfielder, you'd expect the Foxes to get so much more out of him with only 11 goal contributions in 38 appearances. Hey, Fabio Silva, that's what happens when you play him, Jurgen Klopp. 3 appearances this time with a goal to the Portuguese hitman's name. Erling Braut Haaland with probably one of the biggest impacts at any club. Might have been the golden boy of the video with 20 goals and 6 assists in 37 appearances. He's adapted to life here in the Premier League, now to 92 overall. Ansu Fati becoming the MVP here at Newcastle at St James's Park sees him get 10 goal contributions, 8 goals, 2 assists in 32 appearances. Mason Greenwood survived relegation with Southampton, and 34 appearances sees the Englishman score 3 goals and 1 assist. We have it confirmed Jose Mourinho hates Eduardo Camavinga. 5 appearances, 2 assists this time, so the Frenchman actually getting on the board for Tottenham. Right there, those have been the golden boys drafted in the Premier League. Make sure you get in the comments down below who's winning this golden boy award in 2020. There are so many candidates, so many high potential prospects that can take it home. So let me know who has the best chance, who performed the best in this video. I mean, we've had some flops, we've had some players get no game time whatsoever. We've seen some big money moves away from the Premier League, and players get relegated, promoted. There have been a mixed bag of emotions here in today's career simulation, growth test, whatever you want to call it. It has been an absolute pleasure. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Make sure to drop a like down below if you did. Subscribe and turn on those notifications, baby, as we're on the hunt for 100,000 subscribers before 2021. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all the socials are linked in the description. As always, I've been BCHD. Those have been the best golden boys of 2020, and I'll catch you all in the very next video.